because like I don't think I am an emotion. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Diane. I make videos from time to time and today we are going to do a Q&A video. I was thinking about doing the assumptions about me tag, but I just felt like I didn't want to get my feelings hurt, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna do a Q&A. I just don't think I'm emotionally ready to be like shat on, so like let's just answer your questions. If you guys haven't already, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It is at thatlinguistic, the same handle as my YouTube. There I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions and you guys delivered. So the first question is from Jenny VR and she asks, would you ever want to go back to school for your master's or doctorate? I'm thinking about it just to do like a master's or something. Don't get me wrong, I love my job now and I'm very happy with where I am right now for the next, I don't know, 10 years maybe. I was thinking about doing a master's maybe this upcoming year, but I'm really liking, you know, working and living my life, so I don't know, we'll see. The next question is, would you ever consider moving to the States? If so, where? I haven't really considered moving there. I have talked about with my boyfriend to buy like a summer home somewhere nice and warm, like Florida maybe, but like a lot of shit happens in Florida, so I'm not like really sure. Living as a Canadian, I think we have it pretty good here. I know, you know, not every country is perfect. I enjoy my free healthcare here. What are your do's and don'ts on slaying your outfit considering your height? I don't like to wear clothes that don't accentuate my figure only because I'm so short, so I don't want to look short and boxy at the same time. But the way that I get around that is if I want to wear like a flowy shirt like this or a flowy dress, I will usually cinch in the waist. Right now I have it tucked into my PJs. If I'm gonna wear like really baggy pants or pants that are very, I don't know, not slim fit, I will usually wear a tighter top, you know, kind of just to even it out, because balance is important. Best ways to stay motivated. The best ways that I stay motivated is to always have something on my to-do list. For me, I always have to put myself in a situation where I need to do something. So for me, that might be to have a checklist and to kind of have a goal to get all that stuff done by the day or by the week. Also for me to go to the gym, oh my god, it's so difficult for me to go to the gym if I'm already at home. But if I'm already out, then I can stop by the gym, you know what I mean? So in order for me to do that, I always have to pack my gym bag and keep it ready at all times and then lug it into the car with me and then just have it there for after my shift so that I can go to the gym. So I always like to set myself up for what I'm planning. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, 5 years, I'm going to be 28, I think. 28 or 29. Girl, I think I'm gonna be pregnant or like have a child or am about to have a child. I don't know. I know some people in their 30s are just gonna be laughing at me right now because they're gonna be like, bitch, that's not how life works. So in 5 years, I would like to be engaged, married, buy a house. I want to have children, not early, because in my, like, to me and in my culture, 27 is pretty, like, it's standard, almost even late. I think my mom had my mom had us when she was like 20. She was married at 24, had her children at like 24, 25. I don't know, because in Filipino culture, at least from what I was taught, that's like standard, that's normal. But in Western culture, that's very young apparently. JC626 says, do you think it's possible to lose your individuality when you hang out with your boyfriend or girlfriend? Absolutely, that is definitely an issue. That's just kind of something that you have to experience and that you have to learn how to move past. I don't know. For myself and my boyfriend, we love spending time together, or at least I can't speak for him, but I love spending time with him. But I also know that it's very important for him to have his alone time and to do the things that he wants to do. And it's very important for me to have alone time and do the things that I want to do. And I love being able to get together after we've experienced these separate things by ourselves and then be able to talk about it. So he loves to go fishing, and he goes fishing very often, like almost once a week, if that. He'll go with his dad, his cousin, his uncle, and that's just what he really enjoys to do. He loves to do it, and I personally am not a fan of fishing. You know, it's nice, I think, to get out every once in a while, enjoy the nice outdoors, but he wakes up at like 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning to go drive like an hour, 2 hours to the lake or wherever they go fishing, and they're there at like 5, 6 in the morning, and then they stay out until 1 or 2 p.m. and I just, girl, that is a lot for me. It's a healthy hobby, I believe. Like, it's not something like doing crack, okay? And I don't try to get in the way of it. So it's very important, I think, in relationships that you are able to separate yourself from your partner. And I think it's also very important that your significant other respects the fact that you have friends and you go and hang out with those friends. Now, it's also very important, at least to me, it's very important that I get along with his friends and that he gets along with my friends. And it's also very important for me to have like a cohesive relationship between me, him, his friends, my friends. Me to be able to get along with all of his friends and be chill with them and be cool with them and just have a good time together. I think it's very important to have those relationships with your people so that you build bonds that way. As long as I'm building bonds with his friends, that's what's most important to me. As long as he's going out of his way and building bonds with my friends, I think that's also like, I think that's what makes or breaks a relationship. And that's just something that's really important to me. One more thing about this topic, I think it's very, very important, like super crucial, that he goes out and hangs out with his friends alone, and they do whatever they do. Like, they go play pool, they go watch a movie, they, I don't know, play video games, fish. Like, he has his alone time with his friends, and he doesn't feel like I am upset that he's hanging out with his friends. I have been in a mind state before where I just never trusted that person. I just never, if they went to go hang out with their friends, I would always think they were doing something behind my back, and it was just never healthy. It's not healthy. And in this relationship that I'm taking so seriously, and I legitimately feel like I'm going to marry this guy, and I see my future with him. I want him to know that if he's gonna go out, hang out with his friends, if he's gonna go to a restaurant, have dinner with his friends, that's okay. And I am happy that he is able to still have social interactions with the people that he grew up with or met, and keep me a part of that, you know? Like, if that's something that he wants to do, he's like, hey, I want to go play cards with the guys, I don't want to interject and be like, well, what about me? You're not gonna invite me? And the same thing, like, if I am gonna have a girls' night with my girls, it's my girlfriend's birthday, we're gonna go to, like, I don't know, a bar or whatever and just celebrate her birthday, I think it would be nice for him to be like, enjoy your time out with your girls. Text me every now and then so I know you're safe. I hope you have a really good time. Just that kind of stuff, like the trust. I think it's about the trust that I can be going to a concert with my girlfriend and he won't be like, well, where's my ticket? Why am I not invited? I think, like I said, I've experienced that kind of stuff with people in the past. It's very unhealthy. It's very possessive, and overall it was not a healthy relationship for anybody to be in. I've learned what it is to be your own person and be one in a relationship, and that I think that's the healthy way to do it. I don't think that it's healthy that you have to be so intertwined with your partner that they can't go anywhere without you, and vice versa. So that's how you keep your individuality in a relationship. I'm sorry, that question literally took like 20 minutes. Okay. Lechon or adobo? Adobo, 100%. Chicken adobo, because I don't really like pork. Pork makes my stomach hurt and I'm not really a fan. Bacon is okay because it's like so over processed you can't even really tell, but like true meaty pork, I don't know. How did you stay focused and motivated during your studies? I had a lot of good support. I had a lot of support from my family. A lot of my friends really supported me, and I mean, like, not all of them, but some of them really supported me, and I had a lot of really close classmates. My entire batch was so close. and we all helped each other. I feel like they helped me more than I helped them, to be honest, but we all supported each other because we were all rooting for each other. Hachi Fathi, I don't know, asks, how long did it take you to adjust to being a lab tech? I don't think very long, and this is gonna sound so cheesy, but I feel like I was made to be a lab tech, I think. It didn't really take me very long because like I've had multiple jobs. I've started working when I was 15 years old. I worked at Mary Brown's. I used to be a cashier. I worked in retail. I worked at Walmart. I worked in a kitchen. I was a cook. Like, I did a lot of shit when I was younger. And so I have been working pretty much since I was 15, so it's not new to me to be working. But as a lab tech, because I studied it for like 4 years, I did 1 entire year of placement. I studied for an exam all about this kind of stuff for months, and as soon as I wrote my exam, I started working. I didn't even like graduate at the time that I started working. It's basically like it was home to me. It wasn't a new experience. It wasn't like I was getting myself into something that I had no idea what it was about. So it was very easy for me to transition. Lise John asks, how are you liking your career so far? I love my career. It's great. I'm having a good time. Having a good time. Bailey Kujpers? Wow, okay. Did you find university hard and do you recommend it? Yeah, university was hard. Doable, but hard. Do I recommend it? Yeah. If you're cut out for university and this is the kind of stuff that you want to pursue, yes. If you are not entirely sure what you want to do, you're just doing it to do it and you're just going with the flow because everyone else is doing it, no, I don't recommend it. I don't want to put anyone on blast, but I started university with a lot of people, and the majority of those people found out that university wasn't for them. They either dropped out, went to a college instead, they went straight into the trades, they found out it wasn't for them, switched majors. So it really depends on how honest you are to yourself about it. Like, if you really think that university is for you, absolutely I recommend it. But if you have doubts, like any sort of doubt, university is expensive and it is a lot of time and it's a lot of effort, and if you're not willing to do any of those things, then I would say go into the trades. The trades is something really great. Go into college. You know, university doesn't always have to be the be all end all, and it definitely is not. So I think I do recommend university, but I also believe that you should choose what's right for you. Michelle Vibes says, what is your pet peeve? My pet peeve is when and again, I think this is because I'm very type A, but like when I ask somebody to do something that they're very capable of doing and they don't do it. Oh, my pet peeve. But also, I understand that that sounds very like bossy, but I mean just like, oh hi, would you be able to send me an email that I'm waiting for? And they're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then they just don't. And I'm like, this? Or like if I say to my brother, hey, can you clean up that coffee cup that you left on the table because that's disgusting? And then he doesn't do it. Oh, he grinds my gears, Biss. It's like one of those questions that when you get asked, you just like are on the spot and you can't think of anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer 2 more questions because this video is getting very long. The next question is by Eileen Nams, and she says, if you could tell your younger self, what would you say? So I guess if I could talk to myself, if I could talk to my younger self, I would say, best be nice to yourself. It's not that deep. Damn, okay, no, that's mean to say, but like, be nice to yourself. It doesn't really matter if that person thinks you're fat. It doesn't really matter if that person thinks you're ugly. It doesn't really matter that this person said this about you. It doesn't really matter that people have these expectations for you, because at the end of the day, all you really need to please is yourself. Even though I'm still having trouble following that advice for myself now in my current age, I still think that it's important to grow up with that mindset, to be told that yes, it's important for you to listen to your parents if they are giving you advice that is for your best intention. And yes, it is important that you study, and it is important that you do well in your school, and it is important that you just live good values. But it's also important to take care of yourself and your mental health and realize when something is toxic and to not be so afraid to say no. So I hope that someone out there can take that advice, because I can't take it from my younger self. And the last question I'm going to answer is by Little Alien 02. And this person says, how do you stay so positive all the time, and do you have any suggestions? I love you. I love you too. And it's hard for me to answer this because I am not always so positive all the time. I do have my off days, and when I do have my off days, they hit me very hard and I stay in bed and I don't want to do anything. I'm very sad. There's nothing that can really console me in those dark times. My friends are great. They're great to rely on. My boyfriend is wonderful. He'll send me like skip the dishes with burritos or something. Like, he'll send me food. He's so sweet. But some days I just really let myself, like, I really let my head get to me. I can like tell myself those are very superficial. You're a good person, you have a good heart, you're nice to people, you do things for people that you really shouldn't do all the time. You know, you lend a helping hand whenever you can. You're polite. But sometimes when, like I said, those days come and they go, I think it's important for me to self-reflect and say, yeah, that's not important, Diane. It's really not important. Or even just getting to work, listening to music, watching Netflix, eating. But yeah. Okay, this video has gone on for far too long. I'm so sorry. But that is all the questions I'm going to answer today. If you guys want to be featured in my next Ask Diane, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram, although it's not that deep, so if you don't follow me, I won't take offense, don't worry. I think I might do impressions about me video, but I don't know if I'm willing to get my feelings hurt. I just don't know. We'll see. So until the next video, I will see you guys next time. Natural disasters, my baby has been